A layout determines how text appears on a printed page. In the layout lessons, you'll learn how to determine the set values for all of the various paragraph and page elements. In this first lesson, we'll quickly review the various screens and features in the layout function, and then go over how to measure and determine the values for each of the items that you'll set in your layout. Let's begin by opening a layout file that we've been using in the previous lessons. I'll click the Layout button on the function bar, and then I'll select Layout Sample 1. On the left side of the screen is a preview screen that displays the values that you'll set over here and the dialog pane on the right. There are 3 categories of items for which you will set values in each layout: Paragraph Setup, Page Setup, and Headers and Footers. You can select the category from this drop-down list, or by clicking the arrows to the left of the category name. Under each category heading, you'll set the values for the various items in that category. For example, in the Paragraph Setup, you'll set margins and indentation, spacing, alignment, fonts, and other items for each and every type of paragraph that you'll use in your transcripts. In Page Setup, you'll set values for page-specific items such as line numbers, paper size, and margins, characters per inch, timestamps, and box lines. In Headers and Footers, you'll set up the horizontal and vertical position for your page number and any other headers and footers you may use. Before we begin to set these values, we need to make sure Case Catalyst is set up for our preferred measurement system, and then how to measure the position of each item and determine what the values should be. If you work in the United States, you probably measure the position of items on the page in inches rather than centimeters, and by default, Case Catalyst is set to measure in inches. However, if you work outside of the United States, you might prefer to measure in centimeters. Click Tools, Options, International, Current Display Measurements, and you can change that setting. Next, I'll get a ruler and a hard copy of a printed transcript. As I'll need to measure from the top and left edges of the transcript, an unbound transcript would be best. Whenever I'm measuring a horizontal item, such as a left or right margin, a tab stop, the position of a Q or A symbol, or the position to indent a new paragraph, I'll measure from the left edge of the piece of paper to the item. For example, if I need to know how far over the first line of text in this question paragraph is indented by, I would measure from the left edge of the paper. And whenever I'm measuring a vertical item, such as a position of a top or bottom margin, or the position of a box line, or header, or footer, I'll measure from the top edge of the piece of paper to the item. For example, if I need to know how far down the bottom margin of the page is, I would measure from the top edge of the paper. You're just about ready to begin creating a layout. Before you get started, it would be a good time to practice the measuring techniques you just learned. Go into the Training User and follow the directions for Exercise 1 in the Layout Practice document. Then proceed with the next lesson in order.